Welcome back to the community, everybody. Glad you're here.
You done?
No.
Yeah, you're done.
No.
Come on. Welcome back to the community, everybody, and thank you all for being part of it. If you can make a donation to the channel, that's very much appreciated. Slip down into the description, a safe link to PayPal. Today, we are doing custom door panels. This was real popular in the 60s and 70s, I believe. I remember my father doing it in the late 70s when I was a kid with diamond tuck, so much tufting upholstery. I don't know the really...
We have his buttons.
Yeah, we have the buttons. I'll show you that. I just got a bunch of boxes from my dad's house, who sadly had passed 3 years ago, and I found a bunch of the buttons that he used for diamond tufting or whatever it's called. So
we are truly doing it from the 70s.
We are. We're using 70s materials, but I did pick up some vinyl because I can't afford leather, and I also picked up some foam, and I guess we're ready to roll. We'll show you how it's done the easy way. We're not professionals at this. However, I think it should come out pretty nice. So let's go ahead and get on it. Okay, so we have our factory door panel here, and I know a lot of people are going to get upset because when I brought this up before in the comments, the bigger majority said, yeah, do a custom door panel. And then some were like, no, leave it stock. But am I a purist? No. Am I close to being one? A little bit, yeah. But at the same time, I thought it'd be fun to do that. So what we got to do here is wipe this off real good, you know, so that the foam sticks to it. And I'll show you every material that we're using and where you can get it at in case you want to do this too. So
except for the buttons, you'd have to go back to 1970 for those.
I had a hard time finding buttons online, although they are available.
You can find them.
But they were like 12 of them were like $15 or something stupid, you know. So okay, we'll go ahead and get started on this.
You didn't take off the door handle, so get me a 10mm socket.
Oh crap, I forgot. I didn't even take the little pins off either. Okay. Okay, here we go. I messed up. Oh, I wasn't thinking. I'll start.
Yeah, take those hooks off.
I forgot about them. These are not fun to remove. Wonder if we can go around these, because they're not fun to get out and it'll start ripping the cardboard behind it. So we'll fold it around and maybe poke a little hole in there and put it down, because I don't want to start ripping the cardboard, taking them out.
Now I will note that there was 2 on this side and 1 on that side. I did not lose any.
Really?
Because I will be blamed for this later.
Okay.
Yuck.
Yeah, it needs wiped off. I guess we got to take the pocket off.
Wait a minute. Don't be a cowboy.
I was pulling it up here. I already ripped it on this side. It's a bummer.
What do you mean you ripped it?
This here. But we can glue it. It's not a big deal. I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, there we go. It unclipped. Okay.
I'm trying to see how it does that.
It goes.
I got it.
I haven't taken one of these off in a long time. I couldn't remember.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
I got to, if we do put it back on, I mean,
well, yeah, you have to have a pocket.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how to clip it back into these.
Yeah, it won't
that
be
should
hard.
be no problem. And then, do you have some type of glue we can use that's strong?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. There's the pocket. Sorry about that, folks. I would like to leave them on and then curl it over. It's up to you, because when you try to get them out of the cardboard, it can start cracking it and ripping it.
They've been on there way too long.
Yeah. So we'll pull it over the little hole, and then, you know, so okay, So we need to flip this over because we're going to cut the foam.
We gotta clean this.
Yeah, let me get something to clean up with. Okay, here's Totally Awesome to clean up our work area and clean up the door panel. Okay, as usual, one of the sprayers don't work. Oh, I swear nothing works anymore. But
anytime I have anything spray,
I know.
after about a month, it's like, oh, nope, it's not going to work.
Yeah, the nozzles don't work. Okay, Heather's going to wipe this off with Awesome. I get that from the dollar store, and it really works nice. But I was going to wipe it off with some car detailer, and Heather stopped me because she said it would put a sheen on there. So she's right. This here's more like a cleaner, you know. So let's have her wipe that off, and then we'll show you what you need.
Okay, you're going to need polyfoam that's 1 inch thick. You're going to need vinyl.
And we got the vinyl from a local fabric store. Or
Yeah,
no, I'm sorry.
We got it from Hobby Lobby.
We did. We got it.
It was a quarter of the price.
Yeah, it was. It was actually a lot less.
You're going to need high strength spray adhesive.
And that would be your 3M 90.
Mm-hmm. You're going to need buttons. And so you'll have to show them up close.
These are the buttons here. As you can see, they have a little loop in them. So when you push it through, you can tie them off.
Okay. You're going to need, we're using mechanics wire to tie off the back of the buttons so they don't pull back through.
At least we're going to try
We're going to try it, but I think it'll work. You're going to need gloves, mini gloves. You're going to need Sharpies, scissors to cut the vinyl and the polyfoam.
Here, I stole your yardstick.
You're going to need
I took it from your craft room.
a yardstick, just like the towels and everything.
Let me grab a towel here and
that's why I had to get new bath towels. Because you keep taking them and bring them up the garage, and you said, oh, I don't know where they went. Anything else?
I'll bring it down.
Oh, Lord. Okay. You're going to need...
Yeah, got your side cutters and pliers.
You're going to need side cutters, pliers, and then we have... What is this?
That's an awl. I went ahead and made an awl. I sharpened the end of it to punch through the door. We'll see. If not, we can use a drill.
Okay. So pretty much that's what you're going to need. And remember, you're going to need to clean your door panels well and take it apart. All right, let's get started. Okay, let's get the foam open.
I'm having Heather do the bigger part of this because I'm not what you call a fabric guy.
Seamstress.
You know. Seamstress. Okay, that's a good word for it.
That is the word for it.
That foam actually was on sale at Hobby Lobby for like $20. And it is, just in case you need to know. Alrighty. Let me bring this over. I guess edge it.
It's the easiest way to do it is to edge it.
Yeah.
That way you only have to cut two sides.
Okay. There's the Sharpie. All right. Oop. If I tried to cut that, it'd be rough and jagged and all over the place. Make sure when you're cutting, have some nice sharp scissors. I mean, I'm sure you know that already, but when you're cutting like fabric and foam, it can start to tear on you.
Okay, get rid of that.
I'll take that out of your way.
Let's start.
Yeah, I'll try to see if I can slip some photos in, if I can find any from the 60s and 70s where they did a lot of this stuff. But I still see it in some YouTube videos, people at car shows, and I'll see diamond tufting and all that. This is nice because this compresses easy too. You don't want it too dense.
This is some nice foam. This came from Hobby Lobby also.
Well, we did go to Joann Fabrics, and I'm not putting anybody down, but they were like 3 times the price. And Heather said, let's go to Hobby Lobby. I need Christmas decorations. And we went there, and she immediately thought of me first and took me over to the fabric department, and that's where we found everything. And she's right. In the end, with the vinyl and everything, it was about a quarter of the price.
We paid for the vinyl and the foam. It came to what?
Like 35.
35.
Yeah.
And that is cheap.
And that'll do all 4 panels.
The foam alone would have costed about $40 at Joann's.
Yeah, we'd have been $100. There's no doubt. So it was definitely worth it.
And I'll tell you what, the quality of this foam is nice.
Yeah, that I
very
wouldn't
nice.
know. I'm not good at that.
It's very dense.
Okay.
Okay, let me cut the foam for the other door panel because we're going to use this as a pattern.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So instead of waiting until you get your other door panel off and getting it ready and then tracing it all out again, just use this for your pattern.
Okay. Do you want the door panel and the foam, or do you just want
just the foam?
Just the foam? Okay. Alrighty. Good idea. I'll let you do that. Sorry, folks. I mean, like I said before, I don't know everything. Now, I do know how to do it, but I'm not going to be as good as Heather is, so I like when she steps in once in a while. Actually, we're going to the salvage yard in about a week or 2, so that'll be fun.
That'll be super fun.
Yep. Heather likes going there. Okay, so there's the door panel. We'll make sure everything fits fine. I'm going to come around that way. We'll go ahead and spray the door with that. Spray this, wait about 2 minutes, and then put it on. Now it's high strength, so once it sticks, wait, because we're going to end up.
Do you have something to put under there?
Okay. Old bath towel.
Now that I look at it, it's a putrid color.
Okay, it looks shiny here. This will be just the way it is.
Yeah, that's... Okay, so you want to spray the door panel and you want to spray the foam. And then let it sit 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then apply it. But you may want to make sure you do it on the money because it doesn't give you any wiggle room.
No, it really don't. I mean, that's what we used on the headliner, if you recall that tragedy a couple years ago.
I just used this on my platform for the tree.
Yeah, well, actually, you used the 77.
Oh, did I?
It's not the high strength. This is the high strength. Since the platform was flat, it didn't matter. Yeah, Heather got the tree up, the platform set up. We'll be doing our Christmas cottage tour soon.
Yep.
Okay. Want to put there you go.
Put your gloves on. No messing around. Be safe. Where's the...
Wait a minute. Did they change that?
Yeah, it's different.
Oh, geez. They changed the end of these. It's not a spray nozzle no more.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, that's not smart. Well, I'll find a different kind to use after this.
I can't.
Oh, there you go. Okay, let that sit. Or we don't want to spray the car. So wow, I can't believe they changed that.
That's weird. I don't even like how that works.
Yeah, they changed the spray nozzle on that. That's weird. It's not a regular spray nozzle.
It's
completely different now.
strange how you have to spray that.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless maybe they did it because maybe the other kind was clogging up on people.
I was going to say, maybe that doesn't clog. We'll find out.
All right, you want to get the other side.
Okay.
And hold it.
I ain't putting it down till you do. I'm not good at this.
Don't do anything.
Okay.
Always want to start at one side and work your way over so you don't get any air bubbles.
Okay. This is overlapped a little so you can
It's fine.
flip it and cut it.
That's
That'll make
why
it easy.
I gave myself extra.
Okay. Not a big deal.
I wish I had an X-Acto knife.
Yours wasn't very strong. Remember, it wasn't that sharp for some reason.
I have a bunch of...
Let me hold that up like that. You're going to notice throughout the video that I will speed certain sessions up so that keeps you from being bored technically. Okay. Here, I'll flip this. Okay. And... oh. All right. Wait, which way do we want to...
just towards me.
Okay, yeah, I guess you can go up to the corner of it.
Okay, you want to leave room around because you want to make sure the vinyl comes all the way over. So, you know, see what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially with the padding.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, absolutely. Here, we'll pull this up that way. There we go. You want your yardstick for this part, or I didn't. Oh, there it is. Okay, I don't know if you've seen it. Move that down a little.
Okay. Let me cut that.
Here, I'll need to hold this. Whoa. We need a bigger garage.
Okay.
Oh, let me slide out.
Okay.
Just make sure you leave overlap because you've got to bring it up and over. All right, I'll take this out of here.
Okay, now that you got your vinyl cut, you want to make sure you're even on all sides. You want to take your Sharpie because you're going to have to lift this up to get the adhesive down. And you want to be able to put it down without trying to measure it again, because you won't be able to do that. So mark where your edges are.
Oh yeah, that is true. Okay.
All right. You want to take that?
Sure.
Okay, and we're going to do the adhesive just like we did the padding. Okay. And then you want to spray the padding.
Is it clogging?
No.
Oh.
Okay, wait 2 minutes. Okay, now we want to put it on. So, Slade, you want to grab that other end? You should have, make sure it's just within the lines.
Okay, it's pretty close.
Okay. Press it down.
All right. Getting there.
Okie dokie. Now we have to adhere the sides up. This is the fun part. I'm being sarcastic because you don't want puckers. So you want to do your corners first so you don't have puckering. And the last thing you want is like creases. So you want to pull up the center first. And you're going to have to play with it a little bit just to make sure you're not getting, you don't have creases. So you want to play with it until you get it so it's not creased on the outer edge. So it's like doing, if you've ever done upholstery, like on a chair or anything like that. Same concept. Okay, I'm back. So the way I always do upholstery is with this staple gun. It's my best friend. That's the way. Slade, I think, didn't want to do it that way, but I think it's going to be the best way to hold it so there won't be as many creases. So, I mean, let's see if it works. So this is the way I do it. I'll do it slow for you guys. So you're going to pull back on the corner. Okay, and you're going to push down and pull so it's nice and taut. You're going to staple it. All right. Now, you're going to pull this over. So you want to pull it over. Okay, like that. So you have like this little corner here. All right, now you want to cut it. So you want to cut in this corner. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but you're going to cut almost down to the staple. And then you're going to cut that off, because you don't want all that fabric in there. Okay. So you're going to pull that up. Make sure that's straight along this edge. Pull that up. Push that down in. Pull it up as tight as you can get it. And you're pushing and pulling at the same time. Okay, you see that? You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to pull that up, making sure that fabric is straight along the edge and pushing down and making sure you have no creases up in here.
Yeah, you'll see the creases on the back, but not once you put it on the door.
So you want to cut it down. So you're going to pull up, push down, pull it in. And then once you get it where you want it, you're going to staple it. And that's what you're going to do for all the sides. No, they're in. So we're going to do all the sides. Then we come back and we're going to do the corners, and then we're going to come back and do the sides. I'm going to do the rest of the corners, but since you've seen me do one, I'm going to speed up the film. Now there are clips on this corner and the rest of them. So you're just going to go over them, and then you're going to punch them through. Okay, now this is the easy part. Once you get the corners done, then the rest should just flow. So you want to pull it to make sure you got no puckers. It looks like we're good. You want to push and pull as much as you can. So now that we got the one side done, we want to fix this edge. So we don't want to just cut it and leave it. We want to make sure it's strong, but we don't want that much fabric. And I'm just trying to figure out with these clips.
Well, with the clips, when I go to put it on, if I have to do a little bit of slicing and move them, that's fine. Okay, leave that one off for now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Oh.
Popped out.
Okay, so now you want to fold your edge. Okay, then you want to turn it over and check it. Yep, it's pretty good.
Wow, that looks nice. Oh, that was only a sneak peek. Okay.
Okay. All right, check it. Make sure there's no puckers. We're good. Push down and pull. Like I told you, don't forget that part. And the reason you don't cut this way is so that you have something to grab and pull. Because if it's too short, you'll be struggling with it. I'm going to do this last side and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got this all done and I'll have Slade zoom in and show you. So it's all reinforced, and by flipping it, you're reinforcing it even more and then stapling it. So then we have to cut a hole out here, which I'm thinking we probably should have did that first before we put the vinyl on, but we'll work it out. So you might want to cut your hole out there first with your foam, not the vinyl, just the foam. So I'm going to do it without cutting the vinyl. Okay, now we want to do where your door pull handle is, which is scary. So I'm going to start out with a small we are dedicated now.
In this part of the video, Heather is actually stapling and securing the vinyl around the door pull handle. So I hope that makes sense to you. That's why I sped this part up, so that once again, you know, it didn't drag out.
I want to see. Looks really nice from the other side.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Then that'll end up going on and screwing onto the door.
Okay, perfect.
You think it'll work?
Yep. I want to put some spray adhesive around there, though.
Okay.
That way it don't pull and rip.
Do that last.
Okay.
So that we don't end up sticking everywhere while we're trying to do that.
Yep. No, that works perfect.
Yeah, that
don't look so great from this side, but from the other side it works.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put some spray adhesive around here so that these edges don't pull. That's the door panel so far. What do you guys think?
That didn't come out good. Looks nice. I like that cushioned look. I really do. I know it's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, the window winder, if you can pick that up, I'll show them. The window winder, we're not going to cut and tuck and do anything because you only have a shaft coming through here about as round as a screwdriver. So we'll poke that in the very end because your window winder is just going to sit up against it and push on it. So that's not a big deal. Now we got to mark where we're going to put our buttons. So
this is your department.
I guess what we can do next is put the handle on so we know where that's going to go. And
Oops.
let's find the holes for that.
Okay, now I'm going to poke these through so we have holes to know where the door handle goes.
You see it?
Very slightly, yes.
Okay. How's it look?
Good.
Okay. So let's ease. Oh, there's no holes.
Yeah, there's little holes. I was gonna do it for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so how big is the? Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna need to make the holes probably somewhat bigger. I can always pop them off and re-clean them. Let me poke them through for this side.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch your eyeballs. You holding the... There we go.
There we go. Wait. Do it gently.
Like that.
Wait.
Say when.
Go ahead. There we go.
Okay. All I was doing was punching the holes through. You didn't miss nothing. Yeah, it goes just like that. Okay, since it's cushioned so much, I'm gonna have to really push hard.
It was through.
This is where I ran into some problems. The foam was very thick. I should have probably went with 1/2 inch instead of inch. So it made it a little more difficult for the studs to come through all of the way for the door handle, but we did manage to get it. That was hard getting that through there. Probably should buy thinner foam. All right. Wow. That'll recess in too once I screw it in the car. Okay.
Okay, so now we want to put in the door pocket. And I went down and got my X-Acto knife to make things easier. But we do want this pocket in there. So we're going to have to cut out this hole. Okay, so we're going to cut out the foam without cutting the vinyl. We're doing good so far. We're on a streak. So, first I'm going to... Okay, now we're going to cut the vinyl.
Ugh. Okay.
Well, what I'm fearful of is that keeps pulling. So we're going to have to glue that.
Yeah, that's fine. But I was seeing, look here though, we are good.
Okay, what
That's
I'm
nice.
thinking is the Gorilla Glue. My glue gun.
Okay, flip it over. It's not as bad as it looks.
Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. I got to go down to the house, grab my glue gun and my Gorilla Sticks, and I'll be right back. Okay, got the glue gun. It's all warmed up and ready to roll. And I just wanted to show you when he said, you sure you're going to know which glue stick is which? This is a regular glue stick. See how it's clear? And this is a Gorilla Glue stick. It's darker. It's milky, yeah. That's how I know the difference. However, I always use my Gorilla gun for my Gorilla sticks. So, all right, we're gonna do this and try to reinforce it so it doesn't keep ripping. Because that's what I'm worried about. Just gonna put it on that seam.
Okay, as you can see here, Heather's reinforcing the corners because there's a lot of stress on those, and sometimes they will tear, you know, and start to let loose. So she used the hot Gorilla Glue, which holds like concrete.
Under the seam, under where the V is, I made sure that it went down in there so that fabric can't rip.
Good.
So,
should we do these?
yeah, I'm going to do those.
Okay.
Now we just got to let it dry. We got this all reinforced with Gorilla Glue. Okay, and now we are going to put our map pocket on. So there's hooks on here that hook it on. But after we hook it on, we're going to glue it. But let's hook it on and see what it looks like to make sure it looks okay. And it's simple as that. The hooks just go right in. So easy. So there is with the map pocket. How's it look?
It looks good. Oh my gosh, you did a great job.
Okay, so now we're going to glue it down.
Okay.
That way it does not move.
Okay, after the map pocket is what I call it, is hooked into place, it's a good idea to do what Heather's doing, run glue all around the border of it so it doesn't pop out.
Okay, our map pocket is done.
Let's take a peek again. Oh yeah, that come out nice.
Very nice. Perfect.
Yeah, you did really good.
Loving it. How you guys think that looks? Good? You're still with us. What do you think of the map pocket? Leave it in the comments. Okay.
All right, it's time for the buttons.
All the buttons.
Okay, now we're going to have to decide where we want to put the buttons. So there is, the window winder goes here. So we can probably put like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we'll have to make our chalk lines. So we want to bring it across the center of the decorations technically. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, so how many buttons are we doing up here?
I would say 3. Because
Okay.
2 isn't going to be very much, is it? Or am I overthinking it?
I think 2 would be fine.
2 would be fine?
Well, I don't know.
So what are we doing here then?
All right, so we're going to do 3. And how I figured it out is we're going to do the center of this, center of the door handle. So we're going to do 3, but instead of doing, so it's 20 inches from the edge to here. So we're going to put a button at 10, a button at 5, and a button at 15.
Okay. Our main thing is making sure it's level.
Yeah.
Now you can put how many buttons you want to, you know, how many rows and how many columns. So
do what you see fit when it comes to that part.
So what we did with the first row for the tufted buttons is ran a straight edge, technically yardstick, and then marked our holes. So now I'm going to try to use the awl to punch through. If it don't, then I'll go ahead and use a drill. So let's see what this does. This makes me nervous. Do we really want buttons?
No, you didn't do all this for no reason.
I know. All right. I don't think this is going to punch through. Probably.
Well, punch it through to the board, and then you can use a drill if you have to. Straight down.
Oops. Well, so let's try to push the button through. Sorry, this is going to be an awkward angle for the camera. Okay. Here, we'll bring you in close. Okay, so we need to get rid of that there. Okay. And Heather just assisted me very well. Oops, they're right here. I'm sorry. Okay. Those ain't staying down.
What if we hammer them down?
Hell no. Let's pull them back through. See?
Wait, let's see what it looks like on the other side.
Ooh, they come out good. Okay, turn it back over. Let's rethink the attachment procedure. How about if we could put something straight through there and you Gorilla Glue it?
Now keep your eye on Heather. I have no idea how she spotted cotter pins that far away. As you'll notice, she goes over to them. This is not set up. I don't know how she's seen them like that.
Oh, see something. What about these clips? I don't know what they are, but
Oh, cotter pins. See here. Oh, give me that. Where'd you get them at?
Just bring it, lift the drawer and bring it here. See if there's different sizes.
All right.
that worked.
That's perfect. And then I'll have you glue in the end. Dab each one. Look how nice.
Nice.
Okay. So what we did here, it won't be in the way next time. We got a cotter pin, slid it through there. Once we get them all in, I'll have Heather hit it with the hot Gorilla Glue. And that'll be that. So hang in there. Okay, let's take our trusty awl.
Straight down.
How does that look off? It must be just my imagination. Oh, too late now. Okay. Need another button. Okay. Let me try to squeeze it through without crimping it. Okay. Give it a little tap with your... Oh, there we go. Woo!
Nice.
One more on this row.
Whoa.
Straight down.
Right there.
Oh, right there.
There. Okay. You get me a button. Let me crimp this slightly.
What I'm doing, the hoops on these buttons are a little wide, so I'm squeezing them in a little wee bit.
Let's flip it over. push them like that. And it's spread. There we go. Excellent. Thank you. Is your gun still hot?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and whack them.
I'll zoom in and show you to hold them in place, just so they wouldn't slide. Because once she does that, they're not moving. There we go. Okay, we'll let them dry. Back in a minute.
Okay, so we did some measurements and we figured out where we wanted the buttons. We used chalk so we could wipe it back off, and that's where our buttons are going to go.
Okay. Let's get this stuff over there.
Straight down. So you're going to go on that side of it, right?
Right there.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, now what about this one?
I decided to speed this part up. I didn't want to keep repeating it, the same process over and over. But you're going to push the buttons through and use a cotter pin or some straight pin on the opposite side. And like you just seen Heather do, it's good to glue them in place after that to make sure they don't move.
Okay, so we finished the door panel with the buttons. We didn't want to bore you with that. And it's done. So what do you think? Nice.
It really come out nice. It really, really did.
Very nice, very nice. So we'll do the other one off camera and then the other two for the back, the panels for the back. But I hope this inspired one of... I hope this inspired some of you to do this yourself. We can have a custom doors. So I'm going to take this over and hold it up to the door and show you guys what it looks like.
Wow.
Look nice?
That looks nice.
I like it.
You did a really good job. It looks good. I love it.
I mean, we got to get some of the chalk marks off.
Yeah.
It needs wiped off now, but it looks good.
It does. It looks
good.
really good.
That came out well. So yeah. You guys like it? Give me a thumbs up.
It looks good. It really does. I didn't. Oh, staying on. You must have hit one of the things and all. Excellent.
Yeah, it's going to look nice with the seats.
It will. It definitely will. All right. So first of all, if you made it this far, put in the comments, Heather's cool.
Thank you.
I want to thank her. She really was a big help. I can't do this type of stuff alone. And we'll
Got
do
3 more to do.
Yep, 3 more. We'll do them off tilt so you don't have to watch, and then I'll show it, in the near future and say, look, the rest of the panels are done. But it come out really good. I could have never done this without her. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Really appreciate all of you. I hope you've subscribed, and I hope this video helps somebody out. And we'll see you soon.